This is what you can do to make an ex write to you first. My name is Coach Adrian, and I'm a relationship and love coach who specializes in helping two individuals get back into a healthy relationship after conflict, after a separation, or even a divorce. And I wanted to share some of the practical experience that I have had working with individuals in coaching sessions to provide you with some guidance and some context as to how you can make an ex write to you first. I know that a lot of you are really frustrated by the fact that you are always the one reaching out to your significant other first. Some of you get answers. Some of you get no answers at all. But many of you are just in a dynamic where you feel like you are carrying the connection, the relationship or conversation. And it can be a little bit frustrating. And so when I'm asked what I can do to get my ex to write to me first, the first thing that I say is that it is essential for you to be more patient and to be more detached than your ex. If you're always writing to them first, it's going to be very difficult for them to want to be reaching out to you. In essence, you need to control your levels of anxiety and your willingness and desire for closeness and connection with them. Oftentimes, if you're a little bit more patient, they will reach out to you first, especially if you're already talking and connecting with them. Now, we want to make sure that you are giving yourself every opportunity to reinvent yourself and to make them want to be part of your life. And that is why I really, really encourage you to reinvent yourself. You need to make sure that you are fun to be around. And that may sound very simple and straightforward, but many of the individuals that I coach are not fun to be around. You're caught up in your feelings. You are drained emotionally, and you don't see it, but those interacting with you see the cloud of negativity that is following you around. And trust me, if you were your ex, you would not want to be writing to you as well. It's important for you to break free from that negativity, to reinvent yourself in that way, and to bring about more positivity and happiness and a sense of well-being in order to encourage this person to want to write to you. They're not going to do it out of pity, or they're not going to do it just to make you feel better. Ultimately, a breakup is a selfish act and a selfish decision. And most times, an ex will reach out to you because it is in their best interest to communicate with you, because they feel like their lives will be better by engaging with you again. So, once you feel like you've been patient, you have given them time to reach out to you first because you're in a place where you have a new sense of confidence and new sense of well-being, and that cloud of negativity is not just sitting there on top of your head. Usually what tends to happen is that you have a certain level of confidence and swagger. And that level of confidence and swagger will, in some way, shape, or form, enable you to pop back up on your ex's radar. Maybe because of how you will appear on social media, maybe because of a mutual friend will start to say certain things that will trigger your ex to want to engage, or simply because you're not going to be connecting with them in a similar way that you used to in the past when you were in that state of desperation and negativity, and it will create an element of surprise. Your significant other will feel surprised by your detachment, by the fact that you've reinvented yourself without them, and they will write to you. They may not write to you in the way that you wanted to, though. It may be a little bit different than what you expect. So they won't tell you, I miss you, I want to see you. They probably will ask you a question that makes it seem like they need your help with something. And from my experiences, exes do not reach out to you, absolutely do not reach out to you, unless they absolutely have to, or unless they miss you. And when you have kids together, it is, there's some nuance there, obviously. But for the most part, it is essential for you to be in a mindset where you realize that you can be happy without your significant other and you don't need them anymore. And the moment that that mindset shift happens, a lot of pressure will shift to your ex, because that is the moment where they have lost you. That is the moment where they will be most likely to want to connect with you again, because you truly are a challenge. And ultimately, just because they write to you first doesn't mean that you've reached your goal. This is just a step along a process. But for many of you, I know that it gives you a boost of confidence. It validates the work that you've been putting in, although it shouldn't, because you've come to realize that you don't need that validation in order to feel whole. So I really encourage you to check out our private video that will enable you to discover specific approaches that have created positive results, specific messages or things that were said that have enabled individuals to get a response and to get an ex to continue to reach out to them. This is available to you. It is just one click below. As always, I am also available to work with you, to support you on this journey, and you can book a private coaching session with me at any time by going on withmyexagain.com/coaching and booking a session with me, Coach Adrian. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for your support. Whether you're listening to us on YouTube or you've discovered our podcast, wherever you're listening to your podcast, Love Advice TV, we are grateful to be on this journey with you. I thank you again, and I look forward to another episode very soon. Take good care.